Hey, Concealed Tactics here again. Today we're going to talk about accuracy and why I should practice. If you're a new concealed carry owner or user, this is something that, everybody says you need to practice, but what affects my shot? Why do I need to practice? Well, this is just another high-tech graphic here. But if you're right next to the target, you can stick your barrel right to the next to the target. Doesn't take much to hit the bullseye, does it? Well, what happens at 10 feet away? Well, many things start to happen at 10 feet away. Maybe you moved your barrel slightly when you pulled the trigger. Maybe just 1 degree off. Well, that 1 degree over the course of 10 feet now affects your shot another inch. So now you're no longer hitting center mass of the target. Well, it keeps incrementing, so at 25 feet, now you're 2, 3, 4 inches off, and it keeps on going. You can be up to 5, 6 inches off by simply just having your barrel 1 degree off from where you originally started. That doesn't include any of the other things that are going to happen when you pull the trigger. This is why practice is important. Because here's some of the factors, just a real quick. Say your trigger pull is off. Well, that adds another 10%. Well, believe it or not, the farther things gets away, sometimes you have to control your breathing, especially in a stressful situation. Okay, so that will affect, again, your shot. Your barrel length. You may not think it much, but the longer barrel versus a shorter barrel, much easier to shoot something with a longer barrel versus a shorter barrel. That's why people use rifles. They obviously, over long distances, you're not going to try a handgun. Why? Because of the barrel length. So the longer the distance, the more your barrel length will affect you. I'm not going into all that just yet. Another thing that can affect you is stance. Are you consistent in the stance you're taking and how you're holding your gun? Grip. That's another thing. One-handed, two-handed. Left-handed, right-handed, how are you shooting? You should be able to shoot from all those different types of positions. And this doesn't include anything with movement or situations that are non-normal. We're just talking about the range, trying to hit a target at 10, 25, 30, 50 feet. These are all the things that can affect your shot. So a perfect shot, nothing going wrong. Seems like nothing, but you start adding up all these slight little things, and by the time you're done, you could be 5 to 6 inches off your original target from where you started. So this is just a point. We're not going to talk about barrel lengths just yet and all the different things that can go wrong. There's even more than that, and I'm sure we'll get some comments on it, I hope, because this is out there for information for everybody. But why should you practice? Why do you need to practice? And why do I stress practicing? Is that simple reason. It only takes a small thing to be off. And although most they say most situations occur within 7 yards, that's awesome. But if you practice and you're able to perform at 25 feet, 50 feet, and you can hit the target, and you can do that hopefully under stressful situations, at least, be relatively close to where you're shooting, then that 10 to 12 feet becomes nothing. And why is that important? Well, if your family's on the line and there's somebody 20 feet away and one's your wife or your child and the other one's the bad guy, gee, I'd hate to be off 5 inches or 4 inches just because I didn't practice, because you never know where that thing's going to go. So just another little thought for future concealed carry owners or anybody. Just a few tips on why practice is important. Thanks, Concealed Tactics out. Have a good day.